aware of one. And I did actually have an idea. What maps could you survive in yeeps? I'm going to rate these on 3 factors. Shelter, cooking, and farming. So any ways you could get, like, food. So, the maps I'm going to be rating is... I'm not going to be doing Monster House. I'm mainly going to be doing all the houses. I'm going to be doing Blue House. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing Sleeping. That's technically 4. I'm going to be doing Blue House, Starter House, Tan House, and Basement. 4 factors, 4 places. Okay. So for shelter and Blue House, you actually have a lot of shelter with beds. This is probably going to be really good for sleeping. So for shelter, I'll rate it... I feel like shelter, yeah, this map's good for shelter. I'm then going to be doing the best overall. This one's probably, like, really good for shelter. You could live up there, live down there. Yeah, this map's probably one of the best for shelter. For food, I mean, I'm going to assume this fridge has something in it. I hope. And then there's also an oven here, which you can turn on, hopefully. So, I mean, this one doesn't seem too bad. Also, for heat, I mean, this is clearly a furnace, or a boiler of some sorts. And for sanitation, or like cleaning, there's a sink and there's also a toilet here. This toilet does work, because there is actually a sewer. Well, kind of. But for farming, there is nothing here about farming. And there is actually one map, which might surprise you, is the best. I mean, unless you can eat these flowers, but that's 2 things. Another thing for food... Okay, this might sound really bad, but your best source of food source will probably be the other players. Or, you could ask cosmetics, like... Can't eat anything there. Probably eat a dragon. That's a bunch of food. Probably eat a cat. A banana, ice cream. Probably that's probably edible. Cactus, might be able to eat that. Also, some of these, probably be able to eat that. I'm definitely able to eat that. You might not want to eat that, but I mean, food is food. You could eat that. 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 Yeah, so that's a lot of things which are actually edible. Also, you could eat the mushrooms that were there. Also, if you're playing during the Halloween update, which I don't think is possible without a time machine or a mod, you could eat the spiders. Next, we have Starter House. This is the first house that actually has gnomes in it. These are edible. Crabs, eat crabs. Cosmetics, again, those are the same. This one probably has a lot less shelter because there's these giant doors. But for entertainment though, this TV did used to work. If you joined during the wiring update, this TV actually used to be a real TV and actually work. I don't know why they changed it back. I mean, for sanitation, there's no toilet, but there is a shower. It's decent. You could have eaten, if you joined the Halloween update, you could eat the pumpkins. Or the gnomes. You could probably sleep here. Is there any... I mean, that's good for warmth. Got music. You could use this for entertainment. Watch the yeeps fight. I mean, you could eat him. You could just build a giant pillow fort out of the amount of pillows there are in this map. But this one, is there any beds here? I don't believe... Yeah, there is. Actually, yeah, there is beds. Yeah, you might actually be fine here. There's got single beds and a double bed. So, this one's quite good, but I'm saying Blue House is slightly above. I feel like, just because I feel like it should be. Okay, this one's actually a community world. This is in the hide and seek tab of community worlds. And it is right over here. Tan House. Along with basement, which is right over there. I think, because I have briefly looked at all these maps, this one might be the best. I mean, tire swing here, that could be fun. You've got sufficient shade over here, pillows. Look inside in a minute, this is just the outside. Also, a farm. I mean, I was gonna assume these are pumpkins and watermelons. But, like, I mean, any food is better than nothing. I mean, that is the only good, like, nutritious food. I mean, really good fire here. Also, this fire has really good ventilation. I mean, it is actually a real fire, probably. Fire here. Freezer. So it has a place where you can store cold stuff. Spaces to store hot, well, like shelved food, a counter, and an oven. I mean, this one is looking like the best. Okay, this one isn't as good for storage as Blue House. I mean, you can't really beat Blue House, like half of the big storage. This one has like shelves, also, and has like more shelves. Again. Also, if you were being robbed, this is a good space to put all your stuff. I mean, no one's ever going to find you up there. I mean, for shelter, these windows might be a bit of a problem, but I feel like you probably are good. Also, there's a ceiling fan, so you're going to be quite, like, chilled. Double bed in here. This room's a bit dark, but you'll be able to deal with it. You got like mattresses here. You probably block up the windows. Probably like there's no toilet here like Star's house, but way better facilities. I mean, shampoo and conditioner, or conditioner and shampoo. Although that just looks way more like a shower head. This one actually does look like the best one. Sufficient storage, sufficient everything. If I had to choose to survive at the moment, it would be probably here. I mean, you could even live in this little area. It's just, it's perfect. I mean, you could basically just live in this bit. Boom. New house. No one's totally ever gonna notice that. Totally. But this one probably was the best. There's also then hill. Wait, no, not hill. Wrong map. Hill would be deadly. You have to be crazy to go into hill. Then we have basement. Okay. This one, I mean, I'm gonna presume that the lights would then be on. Like, because there's no lights in here. But it's actually quite difficult to even tell what's here. I mean, like, this does not look anywhere near as safe. I mean, like, fires. Yes, it has a pool, but there's no water. I mean, if you don't want, I mean, this just, like, you could use the gnomes as food, but, like, I don't actually believe there's, like, any washing facilities or sleeping facilities in basement. So I think it's actually not the best. So, I'm gonna say as an overall, Townhouse absolutely dominated this. You could definitely live in Townhouse. If I was going to live in that, it would be Townhouse. So in conclusion, if some mad scientist does put you in yeeps, go to Townhouse.